Happy Sabbath, y'all. It's CapNCrunch. Some of y'all may know that back in the day I used to have an idea for, I guess you could call it how would I put it? A gym that would include a space for like a nightclub or a restaurant, sports barish kind of thing, where you could probably put on concerts as well, use for, space for an actual congregational type church with some side things, little health food store, health food restaurant, that kind of thing. A couple of spaces probably for, you know, some type of educational, young child educational or some kind of extracurricular, martial arts kind of classes, arts and crafts kind of stuff. A specialty school, in essence. I was actually really looking to, get into to producing specialty athletes, like top notch athletes, not just the regular people that just like to play stuff, people that actually want to actually get into professional sports and excel at it in various sports. So, my background, some of you know, has been pretty broad spectrum as far as sports go. I went as far as I was able to actually go here, at least, with sports and everyone that I pretty much could think of. Was limited only by the fact that it ran out of competitors or other people interested in. We won't go into why, but like I said, what was there, I did. And I tried to do my best at it and learn as much about it as I actually could so I could be the best. And if necessary, it came around to the point I could actually teach and coach everything that I actually participated in well. So thank God for that blessing of that actual skill. So how the funding hasn't actually totally come through for me to produce that product. Hint, hint. I guess the devil heard of what I was actually gonna do and tried to block it, or did block it. As you heard some of my old testimonies, Facebook and Twitter, how they had my phone blocked, lying to me that they didn't have it blocked. BTC had my phone blocked for close to 20 years. Someone clearly just had my old phone number from work. Don't know, don't ask them how they got it, because only certain people had access to giving rights to those particular numbers, and that was my personal number. Somebody was actually giving postpaid number over 20 years ago. Since coming home from school, like I said, I tried the personal training thing. Actually, at a place that was similar to the kind of place I was actually going to try and set up at Blake Road Community Center. Didn't really get a lot of clients there, but still just worked out more or less for myself anyway. Started getting into little track and soccer again, and even at football, getting ready to head over to try and get into some combines and stuff like that. But somehow got injured right after I got accepted to school, like a month after I got my acceptance letter at school. Freak accident on the football field, just kind of broke my leg and tore some stuff. So that athletic part didn't actually happen while I was away. Didn't even have the chance to have time to have it patched up while I was over there. It actually got patched up here before I got there, but the therapist actually messed it up in therapy just like a couple of weeks after going into therapy. So I may have still been able to get into something whilst I was over there. But anyway, I was still braced up more or less the whole time over there and really get into anything much other than a little bit of weightlifting, a bit of jogging and cycling and stuff like that. I came across some pool tables though, so I joined the pool table league, started playing in some tournaments. Won a little bit of money. It wasn't a big league per se at the time, but it was leading somewhere. Somebody put up a little table tennis tournament, got into that, won that. It was a little fun bar tournament, but still, a little $200-300 cash in my pocket didn't hurt me. Anyhow, point is, I still haven't given up. I've just come across, well, not just come across, but realized that there is now a long drive tournament that most people know has been around for quite some time. Like I said, I didn't capitalize on that while I was away, because most of the time I was away, I was pretty much cramped down with schoolwork, trying to deal with school and stuff. When I actually did get onto a golf team, we hardly went to the range to practice or anything like that. Actually, maybe only once. We really just used to go out there and just hit the course and just play. I mean, I don't know. It was supposed to be serious, but it wasn't really taken all that serious. They ain't taking it serious if they ain't giving us no practice. But it was what it was. Still a good experience. Now that I actually see that there actually is some decent money in the long drive tournament, yes, I am going to try and go at that. I've already signed up for it. Although my visa and stuff has been denied and all them kind of things, I see they just put some kind of added some Klingon kind of drugging, doping agency as if somebody believes somebody might be on steroids or some kind of something trying to hope or claim or promote the worst already. I see bunch of nobodies trying to act as if they can control flicking natural ability. No, we're not taking your tests that come with side effects. Sorry. But you can still watch. I don't know who gave y'all permission to actually tie into our actual athletic association, looking like a bunch of y'all never even played a sport in y'all life, but somehow y'all just want to study something, huh? You and Biden and Fauci them go study y'all mom. Ask her what the hell she ain't flicking anyway. It's still the Sabbath. Like I said, I still have my idea of actually putting together that specialty school. I guess I've sort of run out of space in Nassau to actually put it, so I've got to figure out now where I can actually get around here if I decide to still do it around here. It possibly maybe Andres, since I kind of know at least one or two people over there that might be able to help with that. Possibly Andres, I don't know, but it's got to be somewhere big because I'm gonna want to go the whole works if I get me a solid investor. I'm talking football fields or soccer fields, softball fields, track, basketball gym, pool, tennis courts, golf course, pretty much all the sports, volleyball, indoor and beach volleyball, all of that. If I could include even some horseback riding and stuff like that, one of the best places I could think of. We got all kind of space in Andres that isn't being used, so you'll see. Now, just because y'all heard this doesn't mean that this is a blessing for somebody that can steal. I already spoke about that yesterday. Who God wants to benefit from, what he wants to benefit from, will benefit from, even if you got to come and do some stuff to make sure that it actually gets where it's supposed to actually get to. So don't consider this a given opportunity to anybody else. I'm just voicing what God told me, put on my mind for what he wanted me to do and to participate in, to help others to try and get out of some of the lower situations they may be in, or just to improve themselves just in general. Definitely gonna have to be a solid gym there. But like I said, just a little forecasting of what's to come once things get underway. As I do plan to take part in some of those tournaments, and those, if I get some sponsors, I may be able to do a lot of this stuff by my actual self, even if it takes a little while. But you know how sponsors go. Sometimes athletes like athletes. Spectators like to watch sports. And if the sports gets better and better, sometimes it makes them want to watch more and more. So sometimes you'll find that they'll actually donate a little bit more and more for an actual, program that would actually make what they want to watch more exciting. That's just basic economics, I guess, simple business. I don't know if somebody think that's technical or not. You watch Field of Dreams, you build it, they will come. Yeah, I watched that one back in the day. It's partially true. If people want to see it, they're going to come and see it, regardless. You make some major athletes. We've had a few pop out from the Bahamas recently and go big time, and some in basketball. We had a couple of baseball. We steadily had a sprinkle of track athletes here and there that go big time and start, win a couple of medals and, do well. I think Shawnee has actually done the best overall for our country. that I could remember. I don't know anybody that's won more or that's dominated their field more than them, possibly Chris Brown maybe. But I think she's even eclipsed him as far as winning in her competitions. We need some more people like those. There's more than track and field here. There's more than baseball here. There's more sports in the world. As much soccer as I used to play, I figured I was going to turn pro playing soccer. Didn't happen. Got red shirted at my flicking first school I went to. Didn't understand what it meant. Didn't really appreciate the fact that they made it seem like I was going to be on the bench. I didn't ask nobody to spend no extra year in college. So it kind of threw me off a little bit. I was like, what am I going to be sitting on the flicking bench for? Yeah, they got some good players, but I didn't sign up for no extra year. They didn't control no extra year in my life. So I just put that on the back burner. I'll come back at it another time. So I guess the devil saw me coming, or knew I was coming, and whatever happened to my leg happened to my leg, like I said. It doesn't mean that people can't see or understand an actual positive vision, and it wouldn't stop them from investing in it. So I set up my little PayPal account and everything for anybody that's interested in promoting sports or trying to help me promote sports or what I want to do as far as my own personal athletic goals. And I've got one or two feedback, surprisingly, from some companies that that are pretty major companies. I ain't gonna go into those details, but apparently there are some people ready to at least get me to competition, and probably based on what they see, I'm pretty sure they'd be more than happy to offer some sponsorship or endorsement deals based on just a long drive alone. Somehow I feel I got shafted with that driver that I just bought. There's something definitely wrong with that. I don't know if it just came like that or whatever, but ain't no way I'm supposed to be hitting my 3-wood just about as long as my driver, and I'm swinging my 3-wood at about 50% and swinging the driver at about 80-90%, close to 100. Still kind of weak. I ain't put back into full swing yet, but it just ain't right. So I got me another one. So we're gonna see what that looks like when that gets here in a few days. Check that out. But table tennis, I gotta reach out to the Chinese ambassador. I didn't get a chance to speak to her while she was there last year. Sometime she came to the Y to put on some kind of little something there. I noticed they kind of crowded around her, tried to get her not to notice me and everything, but that's cool. She's got a website, y'all. I can reach out to her. Usher Pitts. I don't know who got you running around or pretending like I don't exist or I'm not supposed to be answered or this, that, or the next thing. But maybe you would not have been as helpful as I thought you might have been. So I went kind of above and around you. Sorry. I don't know. I thought you might have been one of them helpful types. But if you ain't, since you ain't, ain't nothing else I could do but try and do what's available. Go around you, above you, through you. I don't know. It wasn't necessary, but I guess your people will, probably contact you based on what they found about my situation. So when that gets cleared up, hopefully fairly soon, even if it's before my next visa appointment, I'll be able to get into some of these competitions and start making a couple of dollars so I can actually get into having somewhat of a normal life. I know my parents claim they love me and this, that, and the next thing, but that don't mean they plan to keep me around here all the flicking time. I've been ready to go from flicking, 9, 10 years old to try to get into them schools over there to play some sports. But somehow or other, God said, nope, you stay right here with these guys for some reason. And he's still been saying it. As hard as I've been trying to go, whatever I've been trying to do to try and get to somewhere else, it just wasn't happening. I got too much family around here to try and consider myself trying to build some sort of life. It just so happens I come from one of the largest families probably in the country. A waste of time trying to find somebody to date or marry around here nowadays at this point that ain't related to me. It's just the ratio of statistics is just saying it ain't really, the best idea. So you gotta go where the grass is greener. And even if the grass ain't greener, you got to go where at least there is grass. But it's just, some of y'all really make the world look fucking small. But I know I did my share. I got an uncle claim he got about 50 something children, and I don't know none of them. I know maybe 2 or 3 of them. So who they had and how much children they had and who they had them with, you can imagine it start from there. Grammy and Grandpa, 12 for them. On Grandpa's side, must see but another 7 or 8 on Grammy them side. So I don't know who around here I related to. And I'm about to flicking, have no flicking offset looking children because I just plain didn't know who I was dating or was trying to marry. So unless y'all got y'all paperwork and could prove we ain't on the same flicking tree, I gonna just assume it ain't working. Mind you, I can still trust my nose now like toucan Sam. It always knows. It don't always be the best relationships, but at least, it's something to do. Anyhow, that's a bit of a rant, a bit off topic, but it just felt like rambling a little bit. I don't know. Y'all get what y'all get out of it, if you get anything out of it. If it's in there, something you needed to hear, God had put on my tongue for you to hear, well, you just heard it. If you feel it, well, that's even better. That should narrow it down and make it a lot easier to think about what you need to be doing, or where you need to be doing, or who you need to be doing it with. Cooperation. Let's get it, y'all. Sports is still a big business. You don't have to go to crime. You got some skills. Talk to me. I could help you develop them. Look at my TikTok video. I ain't seen nobody else fucking doing nothing like that yet. Anywhere. I know it's supposed to be possible for other people, I guess. But if it's just me, then maybe y'all need to get to where the source has identified itself as being. Instead of calling people and having Angelo Horton answer your phone and then thinking it's me. I don't know how the hell they get my flicking number twisted up again with somebody else. I didn't change numbers, but 2 or 3 times now. I got about 5 or 6 different phones. People switching my phone. BTC had my phone call forwarded to some shit. Alive did the same thing, had my phone call forwarded to some shit. Now I called them out on them. They had to switch it. Now they gave my number to somebody flicking else again. Y'all mats really ain't that flicking, what's going on? Why y'all can't get it right? This is a business phone I use, and has been for over 20 years. That hasn't gotten the business it's supposed to get. With the type of services I offer, y'all let the Bahamian people down, and other people around that was gonna come here specifically to be made better or to be trained by me. Not me. I still offer the skills and the training and the services. Whoever it is who dropped the ball, hid the ball, whatever y'all did with the ball to make sure that people couldn't get to who they was trying to reach, y'all to blame for what's going on now and what's been going on, if y'all ain't noticed. So accept it, own up to it. The skill's still here, the people still want to come. But they got to come to who got the skills to do it. Some people can coach 1 or 2 things, great. Some people can coach 2 or 3 things, excellent. I just happen to be able to coach a whole lot more different things. And got the background to prove it. And skills to prove it still. Yeah, I'm injured, so I ain't out there running around and everything, but if, as soon as I find me a doctor to get this leg patched up properly, don't be surprised if you see me show up on the track like Frankie Fredericks, like how I said, 50 years old or something like that, and still running track. And doing well. I still like to run. That ain't stopped. I just haven't been, so I could give my leg a chance to heal as good as possible. It feels alright, but I know it still ain't 100%, so I just ain't gonna push it until somebody I trust actually gives me the okay to say, yeah, it's definitely healed. You could go back to, doing whatever you want to do. I know I could still play a little bit of basketball even if I brace it up, and I ain't gonna be trying to jump up and dunk or nothing like that. I never was no big dunker like that, no how. But like I said, I could still get around to coach what I need to coach and show what I need to show. Beat up the bags, MMA, this, that, and the next thing, kickboxing, all that's still available. But I guess that's where you get the eye from. Sometimes you do need a team. So God put the team together. I know I'm a part of it. Who else want to be a part of it? It's not a losing team. If y'all know my history, it ain't a losing team. So get with it. You're either with it, or when it gets put together, don't be crying with, they won't let us win, they win everything. I ain't gonna be in trying to hear all of that. You're trying to bring everybody up to a level so everybody have a fair chance to compete fairly. If it's dominated by one person the whole time, it's not gonna be fun. It's not gonna be fun to watch. It's gonna be humiliating. Even to the point where you're gonna consider people saying they selfish. Oh, they won't let nobody else win. No, y'all bring y'all game up to the level of who is flicking winning every time, or try to at least. You got somebody that's willing to flicking help you get there. Who y'all been with apparently ain't getting y'all where y'all supposed to be. You can't blame Shawnee's natural ability on any particular coach. Some people just got it. Now, whoever she had as a coach probably just got a solid ride and maybe showed her one or two things. But you can't flicking create speed out of nothing. You either got it or you don't got it. She got it. So, like I say, sports, something. Most of this is about natural ability, what God put in you already. What else you can teach and develop? Well, that comes with experience and knowledge of each particular sport, don't it? Y'all know somebody that's got more experience in all the different sports that I do. I go to them then if y'all feel they getting y'all where they need to go. I know this sports has been kind of stagnated. I've been looking for that world record boat put up there that been flicking gone from a couple of years ago. Flojo record been sitting there since what, the 80s? I told Shawnee she probably could get that if she really wanted to. Maybe she don't. She don't really need to. She done got however many 200 and 400 wins under her belt. It don't make no sense. She don't need to. But if she wanted to, she could. I don't know what happened to the other athletes we had around here. I thought for sure I was gonna be able to flick in and get out there. Y'all know who I'm talking about. That chick used to go to SAC back in the day, back when we was in high school. Ain't nobody could have beat her. She used to flick in Lewis, Debbie Ferguson, them on the flicking track. Somehow or other, the track been missing her from flicking the 80s. I don't know what happened. Did somebody pay her not to flick in Flojo record in high school or something? Because she was clearly headed there if she stuck with it. And I don't even know if she was being coached or trained or what. I think a lot of that was just natural ability. I ain't the only one around here with natural ability. The Bahamas have a lot of natural ability. Like I said, we didn't come from lazy people, so we got some moving genes. We could do some stuff. So let's do it.